So if you're interested about Data Cloud, you can go on and check out the well-architected website from SF Explorer. So you have a number of cards. Today we'll look at the Data Cloud card that is, can be helpful for you if you want to learn on or if you want to monitor Data Cloud. All right. When you open a card, it's always like this. You don't have to log in for now. You will have information about the objects, right? On some definition about what they do in a structured manner. So basically, here you'll have information about Data Cloud, where you see some information about all the data flows. So here into your org, usually you'll have some ingestion that would be used. So this arrow is in this way because it's usually linked, used by data lake objects, which is a structure that is used to capture unstructured data object into your Data Cloud instance, right? Once you receive the data from a third-party system, you can use some data transformation that will move the data into a new structure. This is this icon. So here, this will be another data lake object, right? And once you have done that, you can publish this data into segments through the activation targets. And once it's done, other system like Marketing Cloud can go on use those segments to make a marketing campaign, for example. So this at the bottom are additional features you have in Data Cloud, like the calculated insights, which is used to add additional metrics on top of your data, either through batch or at runtime. Very interesting. And you have the new data model, right? The single source of truth, the data model. That's an unification model that's supposed to be there across all your touch points. So some important objects are the individual on the contact point email, right? You have a way to define identity resolution rules in Data Cloud to merge individual. So the aspect here of the tool is that you can go on play with that, right? You will be able to do something like you do in Lucidchart to make your own, but also more interestingly, you can log into your org. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to log into my org on the authorize the tool to access my my instance, and so now it's logging in. Once it's connected, you see the card just refreshed and are showing me, the same data, but structured with what I have in my org. So right now, I don't have any activation target, although I have two segments. I have some data structure where my data is getting received once I transform it, and obviously I have my different streaming ingestion, right? That goes into the data lake object. So this is just the basics, right? If you use the calculate dependencies, right? This will take some time. Here you see the progress. It's going to go through all of your objects and trying to find the dependencies. So this is kind of a generic feature across all cards that's trying to leverage what you have in your org on showing you the actual dependencies. So the interesting aspect here, it will be through data transform. You will know what exact streaming insight is going to leverage this. So it's done, it's completed. So here for this card, you can see I can replace this a little bit so it's easier to read. But as you can see, this merge data source is taking these two data source, which are indeed two streaming ingestion I have from here. So that's an example, on how you can actually validate and see how things are structured in a way. So one aspect we're going to see today is how we can ingest data with this. So you see the last result is it was updated 5 hours ago. So I'm going to do a manual data ingestion. So by default, it's going to generate me some data. So three data each time, and fill in some sample data. So this is just random data. It generated for me based on the data structure I have defined for this simple example. So this is done. So this is completed. You'll see the status is going to be in progress, and you can see some more information about this coming from the APIs. I'm going to close this and show you actually. Now it's supposed to be running, right? The status. So which one? Yeah, it's going to actually take some time. This is taking some time, but we are going to actually see an interesting aspect with this tool is to see the actual table that's behind this, and we are going to see the new data coming into our org. So if you look into Oracle lead, which is this last one, right? And so for any object, you can do something like this. So pick the object and drag and drop, right, the object into your board, and that's going to kind of make a new card that you can add. Depending on what you want to do, right? You can make it a bit larger. You can add some filters. So I'm going to make it a little bit larger. And so right now I have only 3 records that were ingested, last month. And now I'm just ingesting 3 new records. So you'll be able to see that in a second. So that was 15 days ago. So now once the data stream I just ran is going to run, I'm going to see this new data, right? Hopefully this is going to be done in few sec. Let's continue the demo while we are there. So we'll come back to it later. Sometimes it can take up to 15 minutes. Right. So this is how the data is going to flow. This is going to appear here into this table, which corresponds to that. So if something can be interesting is to kind of make a link, right? So you understand a little bit the data. So on that can be helpful for the understanding about the system, right? Having something like this that gets refreshed online. So the data lake object instance, they also have some data. They actually tables that you can query on. That's actually this table that we just processed. You see the number here. It's three records. This is this number here. For the data transform, it's a bit the same. So once data is going to be processed here by the ingestions, you can do the same. So here we can, for example, run from here the data transform, or you can open it on the side. I'm going to run it, right? So you can see a little bit what it does. So once you run it, you see the status changes, and this is no pending status, right? So I ran it 2 hours ago to process some data. You see my 3 records they are gone here, right? It flowed they flowed from here to there through this actual process. So now the actual demo would be like we wait for this to complete. So you see I just completed this process. So the don't worry about the date here. Important aspect is the actual values. But I have new records as now are going to be pushed here into the my new table. On that's how the data is going to flow, right? Once it's done, you can refresh, and you will see this updated. So that's all for now, as just a quick overview. Let me know if you have any question.